Hey everybody, hope this finds you well. There's some work going on around our house right now, so there might be a little background noise. But I wanted to give you a greeting here. Happy Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving, don't you? Some of you may have already heard that my favorite Thanksgiving food is stuffing. Some of my favorite memories around Thanksgiving revolve around stuffing of all things. It's true. My youngest daughter, and I were making stuffing one day, and she just was greatly entertained by my chop, chop, chop attitude about stuffing. Oh, we're making stuffing. So here's the bread, and here's an onion. Chop, 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 throw it into the bread. And here's celery. Chop, 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 throw it into the celery. And throw it into the celery, throw the celery into the bread. It's all good. Here is an apple. Chop, 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 throw it in. Here's a pear. Chop, 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 throw it in. She goes, you just chop and throw everything in. And at that point, I grabbed a chocolate chip cookie that we made, earlier in the day for the dessert. But I actually made took a chocolate chip cookie, put it down on a cutting board, chop, 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 and threw the cookie in. It was a surprise ingredient in our Thanksgiving stuffing for about 3 or 4 years, just between me and the daughter. Okay. Finally, everybody else got to know that we were putting a cookie in the stuffing, and they were greatly offended. Okay, but we still do it every year. Secret ingredient to good stuffing. So, what's Thanksgiving about? Of course, it's about being thankful. It's about our looking. What I'm inviting you to do is to do the looking and seeing portion of our process here, and look and see out in your life, and try to get enough perspective about the good things going on. And we know it's hard right now. The COVID stuff, the being kind of locked down situation, the background noise in my house right now, all that kind of stuff. The Zoom classes. Oh my goodness, it's hard to find good stuff. You might be going through tough times, but there's always some good that God is working in your life. And that good is something we can be thankful for. But let's flip the program. Today, I've not come to talk to you about mere thankfulness. Actually, I want to flip Thanksgiving 180 degrees and look at it from another different angle. I want to speak to you today about complaining. That's the opposite of thanking is complaining, right? So here's what some of our young people have had to say about holidays, and they're especially filing their comments into the complaint department. Here you go.
Something about the holidays that is the presents. Um, I feel we have to it's because it's like a holiday, like Christmas. Like we feel like we have to get other people presents or like something.
Oh, okay. So for me, it's the idea of like getting gifts because I think it's really a thing for you want to be there with your family. Why would you want gifts? You have the ultimate gift of family and friends and spending that time with people. So don't worry so much about getting gifts. Like, yeah, they're great, but it's not the main reason for the season.
Okay. For me, a lot of things to look forward to during the holidays, of course, but something that I have not really enjoyed much is just having to be in the company of other people, especially when I wouldn't want to be. I know it may sound weird, but I actually do like being able to spend uh, more time alone, actually, during the holidays, during Christmas, during New Year's. New Year's is actually my favorite holiday, and it gives me a time to really look back on the year and what I've done, and then look forward and look at how I could improve, what I could do better. So my complaint is just having to be too close with other people.
Can I go now? Are you muted? Okay. This is gonna sound weird, but like gift giving is great. Trust me, like I love gifts. I love giving gifts. But what I don't like is like obligation gift giving where you have to give a gift not because you want to or because you have like a great idea in mind, but because if you didn't, it would be seen as like socially unacceptable. And I feel like that's the not great part about Christmas is that sort of obligation giving that isn't done with like intention and sentiment.
Cool. Around the holidays, sometimes it never ever seems like it's good enough. Here's a clip from one of my favorite old school Christmas specials about not being good enough.
Incidentally, I know how you feel about all this Christmas business, getting depressed and all that. It happens to me every year. I never get what I really want. I always get a lot of stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that. What is it you want? Real estate.
You know, I'm thankful Thanksgiving's a holiday because it's an antidote to the pool of complaining that I think we're all swimming in sometimes. I really think complaining seizes away, takes away our joy. We need to shake off the shadow of complaining and look more for the light and the joy of holidays, especially with that great meal. Maybe less with the gluttony, but especially the great meal. So before we go into the judge portion and the act portion, let's get all our complaints out of our system. So if you have a complaint about the holidays, be nice, don't be too harsh, but is there a general complaint you might have about holidays? And let's talk about that within our families for a couple seconds. Go for it.